All right, we're talking about multiplication and division of rational numbers. Remember, rationals are a ratio, A over B, numerator over denominator. We're going to talk about multiplication now of, we talked about multiplication of rational numbers. Now we're going to talk about multiplication of rational, I guess, decimals. So that'll be our topic for today, multiplication of decimals. So if we take a look at something like this, 7.43 times negative 0.00025, let's see, I'm going to say 7.43. Essentially, we'd pretend that the decimal point disappeared, and we're just multiplying the important decimals. 2 and 5 multiplied by 7 and 4 and 3. And then we'll take care of the negative sign and the decimals in just a second. So if we have a calculator, it's probably easy enough to multiply, but if we don't have a calculator, we can multiply. We multiply 5 times 3 and essentially 5 times 743. Ignore the decimal point for right now, and then just calculate. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry the 1. 5 times 4 is 20. 21 goes right there. Carry the 2. 5 times 7, 35, plus the 2, 37. Don't worry about the decimal yet. Because we're multiplying by 20, we put a 0 over here. We're multiplying the tens spot, so 2 times 3 now becomes 6. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 7, 14. And now we add up these significant digits. 5 and 0, 5, 7, 15. Carry the 1. 4 plus 3 is 7. 8, 1. And now we say that there's a negative sign. We'll put that down here soon, but now we've got to figure out how many decimal places we move, because essentially we pretend that this is 18,575, and then we've got to move the decimal spot, however many decimal spots are up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got to multiply, we've got to move this decimal place 7 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right there. And there's our 0 going right there, and there's our negative sign coming down. Negative sign comes down, and I've got pretty small, 0.00025 times 7 is going to give us a still pretty small number, because 1/4 of that, sorry, 1/400,000th, I suppose, of this is pretty small. So that's an expected number. We could do the same thing for this. This is find the product of means multiplication. Multiply this times that, same idea, 2.14. Sorry, negative 2.14 times 0.034. We've got two multiplications, and all we're doing is multiplying this times this. The 34 significant digits times 214 significant digits. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry the 1. We got a 5. 4 times 2, 8. Put in a 0 here because we're now multiplying by 30 instead of just 3. 3 times 4, 12. Carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1, 4. 3 times 2, 6. 6, 7, 12, 1, 7. Now worry about how many decimal points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a 0 in front of the decimal point and a negative sign right there. 0.07276 is my answer. All right, we've had practice doing fractions as well before, so we've got some practice there. We're just doing decimals right now. One way we could do this 3/7 times 14/9 is, in a previous slide I said we've got 3/7 times 14 is 2 times 7 over 9 is 3 times 3, and start canceling out, factoring, reducing, simplifying. Common factors: 3 divided by 3 is 1, 7 divided by 7 is 1, and they just kind of go away because they become 1. And our answer is 2 over 3. But up here we could also say that 7 goes into 14 2 times, or you could rewrite 14 as 2 times 7. 7 divided by 7, or 7 divided by 7, 1. 9 can be rewritten as 3 times 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. What do we have left? So this kind of gets a little bit messier up here as well. So you might want to think about rewriting this way. But what's left in our numerator? 2 over what's left in our denominator? 3. Same answers down here. A little bit messier up here because you're kind of canceling stuff out. I kind of recommend this method down here only because it makes it a little cleaner and you keep your original problem kind of intact. But I've seen it done either way.